Ooh. Today I've decided to film a video about self-care tips. I have 10 self-care tips I'd like to share with you. These are all really important. Like, I could write literally 100 self-care tips that I kind of do or that I try to practice that you should all do. Especially when you have mental illness, looking after yourself, looking after your mind and your body is so important. More important than anything else on this planet is looking after yourself and being kind to yourself and relaxing. That is like the biggest tip and the biggest mental health advice that I would give anybody that's suffering with anxiety especially. The biggest thing I would say to them is you need to look after yourself and you need to relax. I know that's much easier said than done. I know that it's quite tricky sometimes for people with anxiety to look after themselves and to not feel bad when they're taking time off, but I thought I'd share 10 of my best self-care tips that I try to practice, and hopefully you guys will take some of them on board and look after yourself. My first tip is to have a bedtime routine. So things like having a bath, things like reading books, things like watching TV. It doesn't really matter what you decide to do in your bedtime routine, but as long as it's kind of very similar every night. So going to bed at roughly the same time every night. Doesn't mean you have to go to sleep straight away. It doesn't really matter how much sleep you get. It's more about having time to relax before you go to bed, doing all your things you need to do, hygiene wise and all that kind of stuff, and then going to bed and reading or whatever. Having the same routine every night that will help you sleep, and sleep is important, and in your mental health it's important to get enough sleep. I would like to add on to the end of that, don't ever get anxious about how much sleep you get. I know sleep is very important, sleep is such an important thing to have, and sleep is really, really important in having a healthy mind, but if your body is tired you will sleep. Don't ever stress yourself out about not getting enough sleep. I used to do that all the time. I used to and I'm still like that actually. If I don't get enough sleep I freak out and I think, oh my god, I'm going to be so unwell, I'm going to feel more anxious, blah blah blah. Yeah, sleep is important, but your body, if it's tired enough, will fall asleep. Don't stress about how much sleep you get. Just have a very simple, very relaxed nighttime routine and kind of follow it every night, so it's kind of like your body and your mind knows it's time to sleep. A second one is really like cliche and really, really like annoying, but doing more of what makes you happy is the most important thing ever. It doesn't matter if anyone else finds it interesting, it doesn't matter if your friends think you're stupid, it doesn't matter. Whatever it is that you love doing, do it. If it's YouTube, do it. Like, YouTube isn't something that everybody loves doing, but I love doing it, that's why I do it. Not everybody likes watching YouTube videos, but if you enjoy it then you watch it. Whatever it is that makes you happy, make sure you do that every single day. Who cares if other people find it weird or if other people think it's bizarre or whatever? You do it. If it makes you happy, you do it. My third tip is to read more. Reading is amazing. Reading is so amazing, and I didn't really get into reading until this year pretty much, and I have just loved it. I've really loved like setting myself challenges. I've been setting myself reading challenges, trying to read more. I've read a lot more this year than I have probably in my whole life. Reading is just so therapeutic. It's so good for your brain. You get completely lost and distracted from all your anxiety and from all the horrible things that are inside you and all the negative anxiety inducing things. Reading, no matter what you read, if you fancy reading Katie Price's autobiography, then you read that. If you fancy reading a novel about Picasso, then you read that. If you fancy reading a love story, you read that. It doesn't matter what you read, just read more. My fourth tip is to be kind and to stop judging people. So I consider myself a very kind person and a very non-judgmental person, and I'm sure many of you feel like you are a kind person and a non-judgmental person, but I feel like no matter how kind you are or how kind you think you are, you can always be kinder. You can always strive to be more kind to people. You can always strive to be less judgmental about people, and I think the more you do that, the more it benefits not only other people but you as well. The more kind you are to other people, the less hatred you have in yourself and the better you feel about yourself. That might sound kind of selfish. You don't obviously want to be kind to other people just so that you can feel better. Of course, it's not what I'm saying. The more kind and the less judgmental you are and the less judgmental you try to be, the better you will feel, and it really does help. If you're ever feeling like, oh my god, I shouldn't have said that, or that was really stupid of me to say, or I shouldn't have said it to that person because now I feel like a bitch, or whatever it is, it doesn't matter, you've said it and that's okay. But the next day you can try and be more kind. Every single day you should strive to be more kind to people. My next tip is to prioritise. I feel like this is so important because if I wanted to, I could have a list 2 pages long about all the things that I would like to do today. There's millions and millions and millions of things I would like to do today. This constant to-do list that we always have is making us so much more anxious than we need to be. I know there's a massive difference between being stressed about having a big to-do list and having anxiety, but the two go hand in hand sometimes. If you are making yourself do a lot more and above and beyond, that's good in some ways. It's good to like keep yourself busy, it's good to strive towards being the best person you can be. You're never going to be able to get all the things done on your to-do list. Never have more than 3 things to do on your to-do list every single day. That's all you have to do for today, because there will always be things left out of your to-do list, and you can let it get on top of you, but it's just really going to add to your anxiety. So prioritise. What are the things that you need to get done today? My next tip is don't worry about what you're doing. If you're somebody that is working right now, that is absolutely fantastic. If you're somebody that is at college right now, that is great too. If you're somebody that is not quite ready to go to work, if you're somebody that's not quite ready to go back to school, if you're in a place right now in your life where you feel like you should be doing something else, if you feel like, oh my god, all my friends are getting married and having babies and I'm not even in a relationship yet, if you feel like, oh my god, I'm working in the same job I've worked in for years and I'm not moving up, if you're somebody that isn't working right now and you're thinking, all my friends are working, I don't have any money, what am I supposed to do? Stop. You are in the place you're at right now in life. The only person that you need to worry about is yourself. Don't worry about what everybody else is doing. For a long time I could not work, and I would constantly bully myself and say, all these people are working, all these people are amazing, you can't work because you're too ill, blah 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 blah. That made me so much more ill. Putting pressure on yourself and making yourself feel like you're not in the place that you're meant to be in your life, that is going to make you very unwell. That's going to make you feel a lot worse, and it's never ever going to help you. If you look at it from a perspective of, right now I'm not working, or right now I've been in the same job for a long time, I'm doing well in my situation, or I'm trying my best in the situation, one day, hopefully, I will manage to do what I want to do. If you're somebody that's watching this that has anxiety, I 100% know exactly how you feel, and I know how difficult it can be, and there is no right or wrong way to get over anxiety or to deal with it or to get better. It's all about little steps that you feel comfortable in. Please never ever compare yourself and never compare your life to your friends, because it's just not the same. You will get there one day, you will 100% get there, but it doesn't matter how long it takes you. It takes you however long it takes you, and that's absolutely fine. Another self-care tip that I'd give is to be by yourself. You might be somebody that really enjoys spending time by yourself, you might be somebody that loves to lie in your bed and read, you might be somebody that likes to go for walks by yourself, go out and get a coffee by yourself. That is great. I know a lot of people find it quite difficult to be by themselves or to do things by themselves through fear of being lonely, or fear of missing out, or fear of looking like you don't have any friends, or whatever it is. The best thing that you can do in life is to be comfortable with yourself, and the best thing you can do is to enjoy time by yourself. There will always be times in life where you might have to spend time by yourself. There will be times in life when other people are busy, or you don't have a partner to share things with, or your parents are going out of town for a week, and there will be times when you'll have to be by yourself. The best thing you could possibly do is to enjoy that time by yourself, to enjoy your own company. Of course, it is very important to spend time with your friends and your family and your loved ones. It's really important to have a kind of mix of the two. One of the best things you can do in life is to be by yourself and feel okay. One of the ways in doing this is getting a hobby. That's my next tip. Having a hobby or passion is something that's really important for yourself. It's something that's nobody else's, it doesn't belong to anybody else, but it's yours. So making YouTube or writing or reading books, that's my thing that I do by myself. It's something that I'm very passionate about. My boyfriend's not passionate about it, my friends aren't really passionate about it, but YouTube, I love doing YouTube, and I love making videos, and I love when I see comments from people saying that my videos have helped them, and that's just what I really like doing. I also really like writing, I really like politics, I really like getting involved in passionate issues. That's something that belongs to me, that's something that's mine, and I enjoy doing it by myself. I write by myself, I don't write when I'm with other people, and that's my thing. Whatever your thing is, whether it's reading, making art, anything that you enjoy doing that's your thing, is so important. It's so important to have that thing that's yours and that you can take out and distract yourself with, or you can take out and enjoy and love. It's a really great way of spending time by yourself as well, and having me time. My 9th tip is to treat yourself. You deserve to treat yourself every single day. Treating yourself can be a number of different things. It can be treating yourself to a new outfit, to some chocolate, to a nice bath, whatever it is. Make sure you treat yourself every single day, whether it's just literally 5 minutes of sitting down and reading a book, or whether it's 10 minutes of lying in a nice relaxing bath, or making yourself a cake or eating some chocolate or having a hot chocolate or whatever it is that you do to treat yourself, do it every single day. Don't care what the health specialists and the doctors and shit say. Treat yourself every single day. And my last tip is a very important tip, and that is to realise that everything you do is worthwhile. I know a lot of people that feel like every single day they need to do something productive. That's a great way to feel in life. I think that's really, really important. But what they don't realise is what productive is. To me, reading a book is productive. It's strengthening your vocabulary, it's having downtime, it's helping your body relax and rest and energize and all that kind of stuff. Your productive thing of the day could be to drink 2 bottles of water. I think the word productive has become this word that means being really, really, really busy and doing lots of stressful things in one day. I don't know if I'm making much sense with this one, but I just feel like productive can mean a lot of different things, and I can lie in my bed all day long and read a book and I can feel productive because I feel like I've done something that has strengthened my mind, and I've done something that is relaxing that can help me the next day to be more energized. And I think not being too hard on yourself and not making yourself do big things every single day, not making yourself have to go to the shop, cook the tea, go to work, come back from work, do some yoga and then eat a fucking acai bowl or whatever it is. I think we're in this situation where we just feel like we constantly have to keep on top, and we constantly have to keep up with other people, and we constantly have to do this and this and this, and it's just getting to the point where it's just so stressful for everybody to live a normal life. I think what I'm trying to say is change the word productive and make it mean something else. I don't know if I'm making much sense on this one. Guys, I don't know if any of this video has made sense, but basically what I'm trying to say is you have to be more kind to yourself. Be more kind to yourself. Treat yourself every day, let yourself have downtime, prioritise things, don't make yourself do 1,000,001 tasks in one day. I don't know if I've made any sense. I don't know if I've made any sense. Oh. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope that it made sense, and I hope that you take some of these tips away and that you really, really look after yourself and really care for yourself and be kind to yourself. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye!